Let's craft up this industrial desk with storage that my son will be using as his Lego station. You'll need wood glue, wood stain in the color Early American, polycrylic to seal the wood, black latex paint for the pipes. For the wood, you'll need 4 large boards, all the same size, used for the top and bottom of the desk, and the other 2 for the shelves. You'll also need 3 long boards that will be used for the front, back, and the sides of the desk. For the pipes, I'll be using 16 floor flanges, 2 11-inch pipes, 2 16-inch pipes, and 4 24-inch pipes for the legs. I'll be placing the desk in this area of our living room. I'll remove the Hot Wheel tracks and all the wall items. It'll be right next to Mr. Gravy's desk, so yes, we do utilize every area of our apartment. Now let's get started. We'll start by staining all the wood. I stained all the wood pieces twice for a darker look. You can stain it once to keep it lighter or do multiple coats, letting it dry in between for a darker look. While those dried, I moved right into cleaning all the pipes. To clean the pipes, I just used a terry cloth and some baby oil. You'll want to squeeze some baby oil into your terry cloth and then scrub the pipe back and forth. You'll notice that some pipes are dirtier than others, but you'll always see it come off on your cloth. Then I like to grab a second cloth and just dry it off to make sure all the dirt and grease comes off of it. After cleaning all the pipes, you'll see that they're more gray than black now, but that's okay. That's why we have the black paint. The flanges, however, came already clean and painted, which was a bonus. Next, we'll measure and cut our 3 longer boards to fit the 2 sides, the back and front of our piece. I'm using a bandsaw to cut, but you can also use a hand saw with a miter box or have it pre-cut at a hardware store. Now we'll place the sides and back piece right on top of the bottom board to be screwed and glued together. The front board will be attached by hinges later on in this video. This will be the storage that opens and closes. Next, we'll drill 4 pocket holes in the back, 2 here in the corner and 2 in the other corner. I'm using a pocket hole jig and it's pretty easy and exciting to use, especially for a beginner. You choose the width of your wood here, then you line it up to the end of your wood and clamp it down. The drill bit has a piece that you turn to locate your correct screw size. Drill your 2 pocket holes on both ends of the wood. And it should look something like this. I'm really proud. This is my second time doing pocket holes, so this was exciting. Now we'll add glue to the sides and back, then we'll glue down all 3 pieces and drill in the pocket hole screws. Next, we'll add glue to all 3 of the top pieces. Then we'll add on the top of the desk. I also added on 2 clamps to help hold it in place. I kind of wish I didn't do it this way, but I made 3 pilot holes in the back of the piece and then screwed in 3 screws. And then I did 2 more screws to the front. I think maybe I should have done pegs under it instead of having screws visible, but I guess this is part of the learning curve and you can do it differently if you like. Next, I flipped it over to the back and added 5 more screws in the same location as the front. Now we'll screw 4 flanges in each corner. I spaced them all at ½ inch from the edge. Now we'll screw in the 4 pipes, creating the legs of the desk. I measured incorrectly. These pipes are 30 inches long. I later switched them with 24-inch long pipes and went wider with the 1-inch pipes versus the ½ inch pipes, and it looks so much better. Once the legs are screwed on, you'll add on your 4 flanges and then flip your desk over. Now we'll assemble our shelves. We'll take 2 flanges and screw them right onto the top of the desk. Be sure to measure and center both flanges. Grab the 16-inch pipes and twist them into the flanges. Keep in mind, the size of your pipes and shelving are customizable. I made this size to accommodate the height and width of my son's Lego designs. Now you'll add your flanges and attach your first shelf with your screws. Now we'll repeat that step for our last shelf. Screw down your 2 flanges, twist the 11-inch pipes on, screw on your last 2 flanges, and now screw on your last shelf. I added 4 furniture wall anchors to the back of the piece, 2 on the top shelf and then 2 on the bottom where the storage is. I love these because they're easy to use and they keep the furniture secure to the wall. Once again, I measured incorrectly, so I had to go back to the store to get a wider board to fit the front correctly. Before I added the door hinges on, I applied the polyacrylic onto all the wood pieces. I just love how this polyacrylic finishes off wooden pieces. It looks so beautiful seeing all the grains and knots. I ended up covering the screws with these little black screw caps. It worked out well. You just press them into the screw and it fits flat into place. Now this was challenging and I feel I need to practice more before I give any real advice or measurements on how to do this. But here's how I did it. I marked 1½ inches on each side where the hinges would start at. Next, I placed the hinge jig right on top of the wood and placed the blade right next to my 1½ inch mark. This jig measures right up against the wood, which is super helpful. Once it's in place, you attach your drill to the bit and there's a piece on it that stops you from drilling too far. Now I tried to freehand it before I got this jig and it didn't turn out that great, so yeah, get a jig. Now your hinge should lay flat against your wood just like this. Now add in the proper screws and attach to the inside of the desk area. Now we'll paint all the pipes black. Now I know it looks very navy blue, but I promise y'all it does dry black. I ended up doing 2 coats and once it dried it was this beautiful dark black. I saw this cool sign on Amazon and figured I could recreate it in Paint Shop, which is what I did. I printed it on yellow construction paper and added a Lego man and this red block. I also printed out these Lego heads and I think they came out so cool. Curious about the cost? Well, here's a small breakdown with just the wood and pipes. Everything else is listed below. Was it worth it? Absolutely. For a customizable industrial style desk, this was definitely the way to go for us. This was a challenge, but I absolutely loved the way it came out. Changing to the 1-inch pipes for the legs made it more balanced and stable. I added this magnetic light that also has a dimmer feature. To make it easier for my son to open and close, I added this handle. There's enough storage space to add multiple trays. I have to say, the soft close hinges is one of my favorite features. Well, I hope you all love this and definitely give it a try. Team Gravy, making things